It's the weekly show about Pro AV with the hottest news in the AV industry. It's rAVe TV. Give it up for Steph and Gary. Steph and Gary.
Hey.
Hey, good morning. How is everybody doing this morning?
I'm doing good. How are you, Gary?
I'm doing well, and I am back on campus today. I'm in one of my classrooms I teach in, Steph, one of our newer buildings, and I'm excited for rAVe TV today. This is, summer's usually slower, but we've had a lot of news and a lot of stuff going on. And of course, last week we just had replay right before the holidays, and you're watching rAVe TV, which is the industry's only weekly live TV show. We're coming to you live 9 a.m. Eastern time, and that allows our European friends. Congratulations to Belgium for beating our soccer team, which just decided not to show up the other day.
I think at this point, we can just kind of expect our soccer, football, whatever you call it, the Americans to not really, the men's at least, to not really.
Yeah, I was going to say that men's soccer is back in the place that it usually operates, which is the 13th most popular sport in the United States, right behind bowling. So for during the World Cup, no, it's not. It's not. During the World Cup, it got popular, but
can you share your sources?
All you have to do is look at the ratings. If it wasn't for the World Cup, I mean, of course, the World Cup years it's more popular, but it was unfortunate. But hey, we didn't expect to win. Belgium's a great team. They have two superstars on their team. Our two superstars didn't show up, unfortunately. But I have to be honest with my friends at Barco, they're from Belgium. I'm pulling for Norway, and I'll tell you why. The Norwegians have really impressed us in North Carolina because they're practicing here in Greensboro, North Carolina. They have been really assimilating themselves into the culture here, and a number of them have told us that they want to move to North Carolina, and two of them have said that they want their kids to go to the University of North Carolina. So I'm really excited about how they have fallen in love with North Carolina and Buc-ee's, Steph. I don't know if you saw that.
I keep seeing TikToks of Norwegians who have come over for the World Cup. Like, they're in New York City. They're kind of everywhere. And they keep eating American food and being like, this is so good. I get why all of y'all are fat. which is real. We one thing about America, we have really good food. It doesn't make you skinny.
Well, it's definitely, just because it's good doesn't mean it's good for you. Those are two different things, right?
Yes.
And we have a lot of preservatives, and I think they've been impressed with those.
Have you had Norwegian food though?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I've been to Norway a few times, and I love the culture there. All the Scandinavian countries, and I like the food, but not everybody does. But I do.
I've never had it, but I have one of my best friends is from Norway, so I'll often be like, "What do you eat at home?" And it's a lot of
comfort foods, a lot of what we call comfort foods here. Mm-hmm. Heavy soups and things like that. But they eat a lot of fish, just think about the amount of fish that comes. Yeah. Hey, if I lived there, I would do the same thing because it's all fresh, but yeah, it's going to be a great tournament. We are enjoying hosting the World Cup here, and we're really excited for everybody who's come to the US and gotten excited about our country here. And of course, Steph and I love going to other countries. We love traveling internationally with rAVe, and
that's true.
But going back to what I was saying, we did a replay InfoComm 2026 last Wednesday or Thursday. I can't remember which day. I think it was Thursday. Was it Wednesday or Thursday? Wednesday. Was it Thursday? No, it was Thursday. It was the 2nd, and you can actually What kind of facial expression is that of me? You couldn't catch a better one than that? Jeez, that looks terrible. I look freaked out. She's doing this on purpose. I'm going to get you back, Steph.
You already have. I feel like everything you share with me is always ugly.
All right, I'm going to get you back, Steph. Anyway, replay InfoComm 2026 was last week. And you can actually go watch it. If you are a member of Launch, you can go watch it absolutely free, and you can download whatever you see there. And
It's true.
And we covered about 50 products out of the 1,800 products that we shot videos of at the show. We shot a little over 1,800 videos of different products. We covered 50 of those. One of the most popular one was probably the poster paper.
Yes.
A lot of people commented on that while it was going on.
That video of your booth tour, I think the last time I checked again yesterday, it's like almost at 100,000 views now. So
yeah,
nice. Good job, Gary.
The planar video tour was also very popular. A lot of neat stuff in there as well. Sony video tour was popular. There's a lot of really cool tour videos. And all of it is at ravepubs.com/InfoComm. You can actually type in your favorite manufacturer, and you'll find all those videos. Or you can type in product names, or you can even type in types of products like PTZ cameras, and all the videos on PTZ cameras will appear.
Absolutely, you can do that. The only thing that you can't get from watching replay on demand is the CTSRUs. Those are only available if you watch live. But I've gotten a few emails from people being like, can I still watch this? And yes, you can. You just go, you make your Launch account, and then it'll show up on demand. And we now have a very nifty search bar, so you can search all of the on-demand content and it will show up. So if you look up replay, every replay will show up. Replay InfoComm, that one last year's, all of them will show up. So if you just want to go and watch, you can totally do that. So absolutely.
All right, so we want to make sure that you know about this month's temperature check. And 2 random participants this month who take our temperature check survey are going to get $50 Amazon gift cards.
Yes.
And so we want you to fill that out. And this month's temperature check explores what contributes to the most successful project outcomes, where challenges are most likely to arise in our industry. I'm sure AI will be one of those, and what you can do to improve. This particular temperature check, we are actually asking manufacturers, integrators, consultants, and end users to take it because it applies to all of you. So please consider taking our temperature check.
Yes, please. All right. So we are going to go to a quick spot from our sponsor and partner, Shure. This is on the Shure Cloud, and it's all about simplifying device management at scale. So we will be right back.
How long is this break? How long is this video?
Oh, you're in a different spot.
Yeah, I thought I would show you what this is. The same classroom. This is the view outside
nice.
the classroom, and just to kind of give you an idea what the classroom looks like.
Oh, this is the famous classroom. This is the one that you helped design, right?
One of them. This is in the new Curtis Media Center. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 classrooms in here, plus the studio. So I'll show you a few different kinds of classrooms. This particular one is, this one seats 54 students or 52 students in the collaboration form. But you can see it's surrounded by windows.
Yeah.
And so what we've done is we project on the walls, right? So we have 3 projectors in here, and then we have a whole bunch of monitors as well. And nothing is on the side where the windows are, so that way students can enjoy the view. Now, of course, it's summertime, Steph, so there's only summer school going on.
Yes.
Which means not much.
so many windows in there, how bright do the projectors have to be?
We're using 6,000 amps lumens Epson projectors,
Okay.
and they're plenty bright. And they've been here about 2 years, and we haven't had to do anything to them. So yeah, really impressed. We've had one Samsung monitor go down. Out of the 30 maybe we have in the building, we've had one Samsung monitor go down. No PTZ camera problems. No problems with the rAVe system. So yeah.
Yes, rAVe audio, Crestron connectivity.
Yeah, it's all AV over IP.
Yes.
Yeah, all AV over IP using the Crestron nav, which I'll show you as well.
And how well can everyone hear using rAVe? Because that you just have that. What is it? Do you have the HDX in there, or is it the HDLs?
We have dual HDLs, right?
Okay.
So we have the HDL 300 dual, and there's two in here on the walls. So we had a dead spot in this back corner back here, and so therefore we used their voice lift feature to fix that problem. It's a little bit of trial and error in the very beginning, but no problem since then. That was a couple of years ago.
That's cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, you sort of have to go around the room that's this large and figure out if there, the only issue would be if a student was on remotely and a student in the back left corner asked a question. That's where the dead spot would come in. The person sitting there would hear fine because they're in the classroom.
Oh, yeah. That's very awesome. Well, speaking of PTZ cameras, Lumens has a new one that just came out this week. This is the VC R32 HDIP PTZ camera. So this is going to be for a lot of different application types. It's going to be for your meeting rooms, your classrooms, courtrooms, podcast studios, houses of worship, really anywhere where you might need a PTZ and the ability to stream live. This new model is aiming to replace the VCR31 because this one adds this new level of control and RS-232 over IP. This has a very sensitive image sensor. It's got 72.5 degree horizontal field of view, and it's got a wide angle lens that can capture groups and room layouts like in a way that's supposed to be very natural. So it's got video over HDMI, USB 3.0, and Ethernet for flexibility and supporting it however you might need it. So full information is on rAVe Pubs if y'all would like to go on and check that out.
And PureLink introduced a kind of interesting product, big long part numbers, but ultimately it's on our website at ravepubs.com. But what it does is it converts USB-C to HDMI. So if you have, where you have installs where you have HDMI, but you want to add USB-C, but you don't want to replace the encoder, this becomes an encoder in front of that. So you can use it to convert USB-C to HDMI so that you now have USB connectivity wherever you had HDMI before, but it adds 100 watt power. So it allows you to, anytime you plug in something USB-C, it allows it to charge as well. So it's a neat little product, and it can handle up to 18 gig video.
Very cool. That's nifty.
Yep.
This next blog is from Hope Roth, and I wanted to talk about it today because I thought you would really like it, Gary. She basically read this article in TechDirt about how this billion-dollar AI company, Medvi, is like essentially a giant scam because it's like a company built on fake AI-generated images, fake testimonials. They allegedly dispense like GLP-1s, but the ones that they dispense are just placebos. So it's just basically a fake AI-generated company aimed to make money. But she talks about how a lot of these new AI-driven breakthroughs are not real. Like they just promise that they'll be able to build things faster and better. And she was like, but if it's building faster slop, it's still AI slop. And she kind of talks a little bit about LinkedIn posts and how like LinkedIn is just like a mountain of AI slop these days. And so basically like she was saying that even if you're worried like that you're not going to get the impressions that you want, like are they AI impressions? Like, we need to start thinking
Mm-hmm.
about like making quality content over just pushing out more in hopes to get the impressions that we want, which I thought was a really good point.
Well, I took my students up to LinkedIn and I met the guy who's in charge of LinkedIn's feed. So I will send a link of this article to him, since she called it LinkedIn AI slop, and see what his response is, because they're trying to fix that problem. They have a bunch of systems in place to prevent that from. I think he would agree that was the case in February, March, April this year, but they implemented a bunch of changes around the middle of May that blocked all those AI bots from posting on LinkedIn. So I don't know if she's checked it out lately. I'm curious if she would agree that it's still that way on LinkedIn now compared to what it was earlier this spring.
Well, I think it's not necessarily like AI bots on LinkedIn anymore, but it's like we even turn to AI to write our LinkedIn posts for us. And that's why all LinkedIn posts right now kind of sound the same, because everyone's using like some AI.
I never use AI to write my social posts. You're saying we as in collective we, as
Yes,
in
the collective
people
we.
in the world. Okay,
People
yeah.
of social media.
Yeah, I think it's possible that definitely people are lazy or are concerned about grammar and are using AI to try to fix those types of problems, because not everybody feels like they're a good writer. But the truth of the matter is, especially on LinkedIn, you're better off posting in your own voice and tone and not having LinkedIn fix it, because it's the dots won't be connected when somebody meets you. You won't sound like what they expect you to sound like.
Yeah.
So you're better off making those mistakes and being yourself on LinkedIn. And I only know this because I spend an entire semester teaching students how to brand themselves to get jobs and get the career they want. Mm-hmm. And we talk a lot about the authenticity that you have to come across, that has to come across in posting, not just on LinkedIn, but Substack and all the other social platforms as well.
Yeah.
And that's something we could talk about more later, but I definitely want to read that article. I didn't see that on there, so thanks for bringing that up. One of the coolest booths I went to at InfoComm, Steph, was ViewSonic. They were showing some really neat things. The thing that I think most impressed me was their plethora of LED displays. I think a lot of people don't realize all the LED stuff they have, but they also introduced a new series of commercial displays, the CDE31 specifically, and here's the spot on that. How long is this?
Oh, and you're in a new spot again.
I am in a new room.
Amazing.
This one's on the third floor.
Oh,
and of
did
course
you just
in front,
walk up a floor?
Yeah, I did. And there's the window.
Amazing. It looks great.
Yeah. All right, cool.
And this is another room is this another one that you helped design?
Yes. I mean, same design in all the rooms, so.
Oh, okay. Very cool. I see the projectors up there. Epson.
Yeah. Each room has at least 2 projectors. Yeah, those are, I don't know if you can see them. Let me see if I can position where I can see them as well. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
We're projecting on the walls.
Oh, yes. Very cool. How do you feel about the exposed ceiling trend? I feel like that's such a thing everywhere right now.
It's just cheaper. It's less expensive. You just blow the insulation in there, like basically paint it on. And it allows us to reconfigure pretty easily, right? Because you have this truss up there.
That's true.
It's just a cost savings thing. This building is at the University of North Carolina is the first building completely off the grid from the standpoint of the power grid goes. We generate our own power by having solar panels on the roof, and we actually are generating power for other buildings on campus.
That's cool.
So this building is completely self-supporting. It's not off the grid in the sense that we obviously have internet and stuff like that. But,
which building is that again?
Curtis Media Center.
Is that new? That was built after I left?
Oh yeah, this is only like 2 years old. So.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I've long been graduated.
Yeah. Do you remember the Phillips? Do you remember the Phillips Annex?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's right there where that used to be.
Oh, okay.
They tore that down. Yeah.
Oh wow, nice. So it's not far from the J School.
No, it's right next door to it.
Okay, very cool. All right, well, continuing on here, Bose Professional has still not changed its name. I think it's gonna fully change. Like, remember when we talked about how it's rebranded?
Yeah.
Do you remember what the rebrand name is, Gary? I can't remember. It's that speaker.
Oh, it's the I can't remember. We talked about it last week or 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
802 Labs. 802
Okay,
Labs.
802 Labs. Yep.
For the 802. So it's still Bose Professional as for now, but everybody like prepare. It's not for very long. They have introduced the Showtime STS118E sub. This is an installation grade 18-inch sub that provides obviously the deep immersive bass that most Bose systems and Bose Professional systems are known for, but it's for indoor and outdoor. So it's supposed to give like an easy way to add some low frequency energy to your Bose Professional system. But yes, this is for permanent install and obviously a lot of like performance driven spaces. So I think like in a concert hall, this would be really great. Anywhere where like plays are performed, performance centers, things like that. But it's also, IP55 rated, I believe. So it can also be outside, but again, like a permanent install, like concert venue or something. So, we'll see. Well, I'm going to keep my eye on this rebrand situation and see when that fully goes live. I think probably later this summer.
Okay, so NSCA has appointed their new leadership team, or elected, I should say, their new leadership team. President is Shadon, and I've known Shadon since he was probably like 25 years old. He's at Avidex now, but was years and years and years ago in Southern California, American Video, I think, at the time. He's the president. Don Master, who I've also known a long time, is the vice president. He's from AVI Systems, now called Forte. The treasurer is Chris Wasp, who's from Ronco, and secretary is Christina DeBono from ClearTech Media. So, yeah, congratulations to all of them.
That's awesome. Very exciting. Then our other story I wanted to talk about, this is from SiliconCore at InfoComm. So SiliconCore and BrightLogic, they showed this like native touch interaction on fine pixel pitch LEDs during InfoComm. It basically included a large form touch-enabled 2.6 millimeter with embedded IR that drove this interaction across an extended 1.2 millimeter fine pixel pitch LED floor canvas. So basically, this is supposed to show how interactive experiences can be driven across large format LEDs while maintaining that high image quality and visual performance, because I think sometimes there is a trade-off there. But it was SiliconCore that developed this in partnership with BrightLogic, and it's supposed to like partner with their Touch Controller Pro platform. So if y'all like an interactive content experience, it's going to be really great for things like museums, anywhere super immersive. So if you want to learn more about that and how it works, the full story is on rAVe Pubs.
All right, so check out this piece from our partner Crestron, and they're of course pushing the application that they did in Spain for the big soccer stadium. So check it out.
the new cathedrals of the big cities are the stadiums. We are focused to construct the biggest and the best stadium in Europe and the best stadium in the world.
It's a really ambitious project in terms of technology to design a fully connected ecosystem across all areas of the stadium. The only brand who can deliver a unified ecosystem with AV over IP technologies is Crestron.
We are not selling football, we are selling experience. Technology must be invisible for the fans. It must work. The Crestron system was essential to afford that kind of new experience in the venues.
Amazing.
Hey.
Where are you now?
In the studio downstairs on the
very
bottom
cool.
floor is our
Ooh.
studio. Yeah, we teach students how to not just be in front of the camera, but behind the camera. And yeah, we have everything you could imagine here.
That's very cool. Is that for Carolina Week?
It's for everything that the students do
Okay.
here. And in addition, ESPN uses this studio in the control room specifically during football games and basketball games sometimes. But we can also rebroadcast any content from Memorial Hall or from any of the art centers, any of the
Very cool.
stadiums. Yep.
Very nice. Yes, I know. Gosh, it's still Carolina Week, right? Like that's the
Yep.
news show that they do, which is very cool.
Yeah.
And then
And they have
Extra.
Sports Extra. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Very cool. That's awesome. That looks a lot different than the one that we used to have in Carroll Hall.
I imagine that it does, but yeah, that's. But one last story we have, Steph, and that's about Focal launching the Scala Utopia Evo M speaker, M speaker, which is part of the Utopia range. It's a speaker made in France and features a prism tweeter and an M-profile mid-range. So it's a three-way architecture-based speaker. You can learn all about it at ravepubs.com.
Absolutely. And that is pretty much all the news we had. The only other thing that I want to remind everyone is we have an upcoming Launch and Learn that's on AI, data, and trust. It's kind of like I wanted to talk a little bit about AI and ethics. You know, Gary, maybe you should come. Maybe you should be on this with me.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's a lot going on with AI, and I think that people are relying on it. But the biggest issue for me on AI is I don't think it's sustainable. There's no AI company making any money. I think people hear these companies and hear about AI and all the stuff that's going on, but they don't actually pay attention to the fact that none of them are profitable. They're all burning billions of dollars every week, not every month, but every week. So I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying there's going to be a crash or anything. I just know that it's unsustainable without some sort of massive change. I mean, obviously companies are relying on AI, so it's not going to go away or anything like that. But financially, it's unsustainable.
I think that also what's concerning is the race to super intelligence and how quickly Elon Musk and other, like, you know, the big rich guys are building these data centers without fully understanding what super intelligence even is or what it can create or what it can do. At this point, they're just like kind of building something in hopes that it works. But if it truly works, it's going to kind of change life as we know it. Well,
I think these people are super smart. So I think they know what they're doing. I think, you know, ultimately we're going to have quantum computing, which is going to be the biggest development, you know, readily available to everyone. That's going to be the biggest development in technology in, you know, hundreds of years. Probably the biggest development since the printing press is going to be quantum computing. And that will solve the data center stuff. The data center stuff is massively overhyped. It doesn't use as much energy. It doesn't use as much water. It doesn't use as much space as people are being led to believe. But it's obviously a problem because there's no planning. The issue for me is less the result and more about the planning. It's more about the structural, like figuring out, okay, who's going to do what and how's this going to affect each segment of a market. It's sort of like rolling out a feature, but not caring how the feature affects other people in the world. I think that's the big thing, right? I think countries are going to start regulating AI, which they haven't done really that much yet. And I think that will slow things down, and then it'll be a little bit of a reset. But you know, you can't, you know, I've been alive long enough now. You can't slow down technology. Like no matter, even if there's an AI bubble and even there's a slop or whatever it might be, you can't slow it down. You can't slow it down.
Term? You like AI slop?
No, I hate it. I think it's a terrible term. I think it's a lazy term.
Why do you think it's lazy?
Because it's just like everybody sort of making fun of things, and I don't think, you know, I don't know. I just think
like AI slop is specifically like when people use it to like generate images that they pretend are real on Facebook. Like that to me is specifically AI slop. Like
my dad over the weekend was like showing me something. He's like, look what I can do, and I was like, I thought it was cute.
Yes.
You know, I didn't want to say anything.
Have you seen? I am on a really interesting side of TikTok, so I see a lot of people's like AI generated videos where it's like this woman and she generated her family members like flying into heaven, but like they warp and like kind of melt on their way like flying to the ceiling. So to me, like that is a perfect example of what AI slop is.
But I think, you know, it's funny, right? Some of the stuff is. Some people are really creative. There's this guy doing, I forget what that's called, but he's done a YouTube series where he's generated an avatar using AI, and she goes in history and immerses herself in a historical event, like she's actually there, like she's at the Roman Colosseum, or she's in Morocco at a market, you know, thousands of years ago where it is now, and you know, it's places like that. And she just goes back and it's like a day in the life of a Roman living in you know, in part of the Roman Empire, and a day in the life of living in England in the 1200s. And that to me is like really cool because it's sort of like alternative history, but at the same time, it's educating you at the same time. So that kind of stuff I really like. And some people would call that slop because she's not real. And some people would freak out because she's not a real actress playing a part. It's all being done by AI. But again, it's doing something we couldn't have done before. People say, well, that's taking away a job from a human. It's not, because we couldn't have done it before without AI. So it's not really taking a job away from humans. It's offering something new.
That's fair. So. I just think there's a line. There's like lines that AI shouldn't cross. Like replacing humans in like a real movie, like where they want to cast an AI actress. Like, no, why are you doing that? That's stupid. Don't.
Well, that's where the regulation's going to come in.
Yeah.
But we want to know what y'all think about this as I walk out of the studio. We want to know what y'all think. You should comment and tell us what you think about AI and how it's affecting your daily job, and has it been helpful? I know a lot of systems integrators are really happy that it's helping them design better systems, and it's making product recommendations that are pretty good.
And at like a very simple level, I used AI the other day to help me generate HTML code because someone asked me to generate something for a story on pubs, and I'm like, baby, I can't write HTML. I just write words, English.
Yeah.
So I had it generate some code for me so that I can embed it, and I feel like that's how we're supposed to use it. I mean, it's great for that. It's great for fixing stuff like that, and hey, it's helped me a lot on not forgetting things. Like, this is going to sound stupid, but at UNC, every single semester they change what is supposed to be on a syllabus. Now, I know what I need to put on the syllabus, but they change like all the things we have to tell every student, like accessibility and all the different statements that we have to make, right? Like the grading rubric, all that kind of stuff. And I'll run yesterday I was working on my syllabi for next semester, and I was running it through AI to say, did I forget anything? And it would say, yes, UNC has added this new policy that you have to put on every syllabi. And then I said, well, is it possible for me to put a link to the policy versus putting it in the syllabi? And they're like, no, UNC's policy is that you have to actually put this whole statement on the syllabi. I mean, that's awesome that it was able to tell me that, right? Yeah, that's awesome. So I feel like that's what you're supposed to use it for. It's a tool. It's not like supposed to be a replacement.
Exactly. So. Well, as I walk outside and say goodbye, everyone have a great day. And of course, you can catch all of our news at ravepubs.com at any time. You can always go to our website and, try to stay cool. It's
absolutely
supposed to not be as hot today. It's supposed to be like 90.
Oh, hey, there he goes. We're losing him. He's losing the internet. He's losing that AV over IP. Oh, there he's back.
Yeah, there you go. Is that better?
Kind of.
There you go.
That's a great angle. All right. On that note, this is rAVe TV. I'm Steph. That's Gary. Thank you guys for joining us. Happy Wednesday. We'll see you next week. Bye.
It's the weekly show about Pro AV with the hottest news in the AV industry. It's rAVe TV. Give it up for Steph and Gary. Steph and Gary.